it's Alicia here from We to 3, back with another Trying to Conceive update. Sorry it feels like it's been forever. If you saw my video last week, it was just a quick little snippet because I was just coming back from a trip and I did not have time to really film all that much last Monday. But that's actually okay because this last week was kind of uneventful, so it's good to cram it together with what happened the week before that, because otherwise it would just be a really short update with not a lot going on. If you're a new subscriber or you're just following along or just this is your first video you're seeing, I'll catch you up. I have PCOS. My husband and I have been trying to conceive for 11 cycles. This is our 11th cycle now, and we are on cycle day 27 of this current cycle. Now, when I filmed my update last week, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I think I might have ovulated or I was just about to ovulate. That was filmed last Monday, and it's now a Monday, a week later. Based on my temperatures and based on how my OPKs have been progressing, I just don't think it actually happened when I thought it might have last week, and it is maybe going to happen now. The reason I say that is that I had a moment where my temperature chart had dipped and then skyrocketed, looked like it was going up. It was slow, it was a slow progression, but it was going and going and going. And then over the weekend, it just plummeted again. And then today, this morning, Monday, I had the lowest temp I've had all this entire month. And then I came home and I hadn't taken any OPKs, I think, on Saturday or Sunday, and came home today and took one just right when I got home, and it was a lot darker than the few ones that I've taken the rest of this cycle. So because that's really hard to conceptualize, here is a picture of what my chart looks like as of today. And here is a picture of what my OPK progression looks like. So as you can see, I mean, I do think that the OPKs when you have PCOS are really hard to read. The changes are subtle. It's something that's very hard to pick up on camera. So if the picture's not that great, I'm sorry. But I can tell you that looking at them in person and watching like how each one darkens, today's is definitely the darkest it's been and the quickest it's gotten dark all cycle. I also have just been having kind of weird symptoms. Well, it kind of felt like PMS, but I was like, but if I haven't ovulated, like that's kind of probably not likely. I have been like documenting some symptoms, and some of them are kind of out of the ordinary. Some of them are probably normal. When this cycle ends, I'll probably be able to better pinpoint like, oh, that was because this was happening. But that's the thing about like charting your symptoms and your basal body temperature, is that it's really only helpful if you have regular cycles, and if you like are doing it consistently. So that's where I am in my cycle and in the actual like trying to conceive part of it, like according to what day it is in my cycle. I also have a couple other things that I've just been like thinking about when I'm trying to conceive, and like things that I've considered doing or have started doing, and I was just going to share them with you now. One thing that I am considering for next cycle is adding to my supplements. I know that's crazy. I take so many already, but before I like exhaust my natural options, which if you haven't seen my videos before, we're giving the natural stuff like maybe till mid-summer to the end of summer to work, and then pursuing other options. So my thought is like, while I'm on the natural like path of things, I should just try everything is what I'm thinking. So I've heard really good things about Vitex and also about maca root as far as supplements goes to regulate cycles, especially if you have PCOS. And I'm thinking about adding them in next cycle. I will update you on like CD1 of my next cycle if I am going to add them in. I might talk to my naturopath about them this week. I have already checked to make sure that like my Chinese herbs and stuff don't contain those two things, and they don't. So those are two things that I'm thinking about adding to next cycle. The other thing I just started doing, and this is more for like my general health and well-being, but it doesn't really fit in with our Weigh-In Wednesday postings, is that I also just started using essential oils. I ordered just like a starter pack of doTERRA's, doTERRA's? I am so bad at pronunciation. I have no idea. Anyway, I ordered a starter pack of that and a diffuser online. That's kind of the way I wanted to start using them. The starter pack has peppermint, lemon, and lavender, which are 3 of my favorites anyway, like my favorite smells and like taste it. So I just started using my diffuser. I use it kind of like at nighttime or like right after I get home from work, and it's amazing. I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I definitely want to get into it more. I'm really interested in essential oils for uses for fertility. I know that geranium is one that I've heard that is like really good, especially for like topical use, and I'm totally interested in it. I had been using this like lavender soy candle that was by my bed like every night before I went to sleep, just to make the room kind of like smell really good and like, you know, relax me. And then I was like, let's just kick it up a notch. Like, let's get on this oil train. Like, let's just go there. The other thing I just recently got into, again, more for like relaxation than really like relating to my fertility, but it also, I feel like, helps and is also, I mean, good for my mental state when I'm trying to conceive. Trying to conceive can drive you crazy. I don't think I'm personally like that. I mean, I talk about it a lot, but it's mostly because I have a YouTube channel about it. When I go away from YouTube, I don't really talk about it as much. There are some days where I think about it more than others, but generally, I don't feel like my life is consumed by it. But one thing that does help, not necessarily the consumption of it, but like helps me be more positive about it, which I try to be as much as possible, because this process already sucks. Like, doesn't do anyone any good to like be a downer about how much it sucks. I mean, yes, you can let yourself like grieve and like be sad about the fact that like this is a struggle, but I try to be like as upbeat as possible about it. And slow build up to the thing that's been helping me with that is actually meditation. I have a family member who sent me meditations for like just general wellness and well-being, and they were awesome. And I started using them before I went to bed with the aromatherapy, and it was so relaxing. But then it got me thinking about using it for fertility, and it didn't occur to me before that. So then I went on YouTube and just like did a general search of like infertility meditation, fertility meditation, like meditations for PCOS sufferers, and it's just like a 15-minute like cool down where you're like really feeling like your body and like feeling all these like positive energies and thoughts, and I am totally a sucker for that. Like, I believe in the power of positivity, and they are meeting my positivity levels. Like, I am so into it. So if you haven't had a chance, or if you are into any of that, please go search for yourself, find something that you think is like really meaningful to you, and take a couple minutes a day. I mean, I also pray about infertility a lot, but meditation's a little different in that it like prayer like pulls me out of my body and helps me like look at it from a different angle, as far as like getting outside myself and thinking about like the big picture instead of just what I'm going through right now. Meditation helps me be more in my body and be like really focusing on how my energy is and like how my emotions are. 2 different sectors, super important to like merge the 2. So if you're doing one or the other, I really highly encourage you to do the other one as a partner. Going along with that, actually, my acupuncturist mentioned to me last week when I was getting a session, I was telling her like about how I was feeling, that I was still feeling really positive about the cycle, which, I mean, it's day 27 and I still have not ovulated. And I'm still like, I could probably ovulate. Like, that is the nature of my positivity. Like, trust me when I tell you that that is not the case for everyone. If you don't have PCOS or you've never dealt with infertility, that is uncommon. I mean, it's so easy to by day 16 just like, okay, throwing it out the window. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's over. This whole cycle's over. Woe is me. Like, this sucks. But here I am. It's day 27. I'm like, sure, I could ovulate tomorrow. Who knows? Like, am I deluding myself? Maybe, but I also just like would choose to do that instead of like, woe is me, half the month away. So my acupuncturist was saying to me the other day, and this is kind of goes along with what I was talking about with prayer and meditation, that like she finds that her patients that focus more on something outside themselves like that, like meditation or the universe or prayer or God or like, you know, something out there that they can like put their faith in or put a stake in that like it's all gonna be okay, do better actually, like with their cycles. They're more relaxed, like everything seems to go better for those people. And so I really do think, like, I highly recommend it, so much so that I'm like shoving you out of my video to be like, go find things, go find your zen, man. Like, this sucks. This whole process sucks. Go find the thing that makes you like sane for it. Oh my gosh, this video is rambly. It's so rambly. 700 topics. 700. Focus. So 7 days from now, let's see, 27 plus 7 is 34. We'll be 34 days into my cycle. If I end up ovulating, which is if my temperature spikes tomorrow and stays elevated and it's very clear that I did ovulate, I will be giving it a full 2 weeks after today to start any Provera, which is usually what would induce a cycle if I have not had one. Typically, my doctor would say just wait till 35 days. However, if I know that I've ovulated or can sense that I have just really late in my cycle, I'm giving it 14 days past that day. If not, if it ends up that like, you know, this, whatever this is today that it's looking like it's doing isn't ovulation, I will start my next Provera round, not next Monday, but next Tuesday. That's it for this week. This video has gone on long enough, I will tell you that much. I'm so sorry I rambled so long. This video is gonna be crazy to edit. I'm gonna have to like rein it in after the fact. But again, thank you for watching. I cannot overstate to the camera that I'm talking to right now, which is you, your beautiful faces on the other side of it that are watching me, how much I appreciate every comment and like and subscribe and everything, because I have met already such amazing women over YouTube and I admire them so much. And not only do I admire them, it's so great to like hear about other people's journeys and like how they're coping and what they're doing, and like, I mean it, like it is amazing because it gives me so much hope and joy and just like, oh, I don't even want to talk about it anymore because it makes me so happy for them that I just want to explode a little bit. So again, thank you everyone that's watching this video. I love your faces, you're amazing. Along that vein, if you are not following me on Instagram or Twitter or Tumblr, please feel free to find those links down below in the description. I update my Tumblr often, pretty often, like once or twice, 3 times a week. So if you're wondering like how my cycle's going, I do update there much more frequently. Word of warning, if you're going to Tumblr, you better know that it's the full story. Instagram I update every once in a while. Twitter, not the best at yet. Still kind of don't understand it. Working on it, definitely working on it. Thank you guys again for watching. I will catch you next Monday and have a great week between then. Love you guys, bye.